At Franklin High School in Charlotte, North Carolina, a group of bullies thought they could humiliate the new black girl, 16-year-old Kemi Adebayo, by tearing her skirt in front of a crowd. They expected tears and laughter, but in just 60 seconds, Kemi's bold response left them begging for mercy and turned the incident into a viral story that shook the school. Kemi Adebayo started at Franklin High in late September, transferring from a school in Baltimore after her father, a software engineer, took a job in Charlotte. As a Nigerian-American, Kemi was used to standing out, but she carried herself with quiet confidence. She was smart, quick-witted, and had a knack for diffusing tension with humor. Her first week at Franklin was uneventful. She kept to herself, made a few acquaintances, and focused on adjusting to her new classes. But her presence didn't go unnoticed by everyone. A clique of juniors, led by 17-year-old Ashley Turner, had a reputation for targeting anyone who threatened their social status. Ashley, a tall girl with a sharp tongue, ruled her group, Lindsay, Tara, and Megan, through charisma and intimidation. They didn't like Kemi's effortless poise or the way teachers praised her in class. By Friday, they decided to put her in her place. The incident happened during lunch in the school's main hallway, a busy stretch where students gathered between periods. Kemi was walking to the cafeteria, wearing a knee-length denim skirt and a white blouse, her backpack slung over one shoulder. Ashley and her crew spotted her and saw their chance. They'd planned it the night before, a quick move to embarrass Kemi and cement their dominance. As Kemi passed, Ashley stepped in front of her, blocking her path. "Nice skirt," Ashley said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "Where'd you get it, a thrift store?" Her friends laughed, drawing attention from nearby students. Kemi stopped, sizing up the situation. She'd dealt with mean girls before and knew better than to show weakness. "It's just a skirt," she said calmly. "You got a problem with it?" Ashley smirked, sensing an audience forming. "Yeah, I do," she said. "It's ugly and it's gotta go." Before Kemi could react, Lindsay grabbed the hem of Kemi's skirt and yanked, tearing it along a seam with a loud rip. The sound echoed in the hallway, followed by gasps and laughter from the crowd. Tara and Megan joined in, jeering as Kemi's skirt hung unevenly, exposing part of her thigh. The bullies expected Kemi to run off in tears. They were wrong. In 60 seconds, Kemi turned the tables. She didn't cry or scream. Instead, she dropped her backpack, tied the torn skirt into a knot to cover herself, and stepped closer to Ashley. Her voice was steady, cutting through the crowd's noise. "You think that's funny?" she said. "Let's see how funny it is when you're the one exposed." Ashley laughed, but it was nervous. "What are you gonna do?" she said, glancing at her friends for backup. Kemi didn't touch her. She didn't need to. Growing up in Baltimore, she'd learned verbal sparring from her older cousins, who taught her how to shut down bullies without throwing a punch. "You're out here ripping clothes because you're scared," Kemi said, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Scared you're not as pretty, not as smart, not as relevant as you think. That's why you need your little posse to feel big. Pathetic." The crowd went quiet. Ashley's face reddened, her confidence crumbling. Kemi turned to Lindsay. "And you? You're so desperate to fit in. You'll ruin someone's clothes just to make her laugh. You're not her friend. You're her follower." Lindsay froze, her eyes darting to the ground. Kemi didn't stop. She faced Tara and Megan. "You two are just as bad. You think this makes you cool? It makes you cowards. You're picking on someone you don't even know because you're too weak to stand out on your own." The hallway was silent now, phones out, recording every word. Ashley tried to recover. "You're nobody," she snapped. "You can't talk to us like that." Kemi's eyes locked on hers. "I just did," she said. "And here's the deal. You're gonna apologize and you're gonna pay for my skirt. Or I'll make sure everyone in this school knows exactly who you are, bullies who gang up on a new girl because you're jealous." The crowd murmured, some students nodding. Ashley's crew looked rattled, their usual swagger gone. Kemi's words hit harder than any physical retaliation could. She'd exposed their insecurities in front of their peers, dismantling their power in seconds. "Please," Ashley muttered, her voice low. "We didn't mean it like that." We're sorry. Lindsay nodded quickly.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll pay for it. Tara and Megan mumbled apologies, avoiding Kemi's gaze. Kemi didn't smile or gloat. I'll send you the bill, she said. And don't try this again, with me or anyone else. She picked up her backpack and walked to the cafeteria, her head high, the knotted skirt barely slowing her down. The crowd erupted in whispers as soon as she left. Videos of the confrontation spread like wildfire, hitting group chats, Snapchat, and Instagram within minutes. By the end of lunch, Kemi's name was everywhere, along with captions like, "New girl roasts bullies and don't mess with her." The story went viral beyond Franklin High, racking up thousands of views online. Ashley and her friends slunk away, their status shaken. They didn't try to spin it, there was no coming back from being called out so publicly. Students who'd feared them started ignoring their taunts, and their influence at Franklin began to fade. Kemi didn't seek the spotlight. When her friend Jada, a junior she'd met in English class, texted her about the videos, Kemi shrugged it off. They started it, she replied. I just finished it. But she was shaken by the skirt incident, confiding in Jada later that it reminded her of being singled out at her old school for being black and an immigrant's kid. The school administration caught wind of the incident by afternoon. Principal Carla Evans called Kemi, Ashley, and the others to her office the next day. She'd seen the videos and interviewed witnesses. Ashley tried to downplay it, claiming it was a joke that got out of hand. Kemi didn't argue. She recounted the events plainly. They tore my skirt to humiliate me, she said. I stood up for myself. That's it. The security footage confirmed Kemi's account. Principal Evans suspended Ashley, Lindsay, Tara, and Megan for 3 days and required them to attend a bullying prevention program. She also ordered them to pay for Kemi's skirt, which cost $35. Kemi received a warning about escalating conflicts verbally, but Evans privately told her she admired her composure. You've got a strong voice, Evans said. Use it for good. Kemi's parents, Tolu and Saad, heard about it from Jada's mother. That evening, they sat Kemi down. We're proud you defended yourself, Tolu said. But be careful. Words can start bigger fights. Saad added, you show them who you are. Now show them what you can do. Kemi nodded, promising to stay focused. She didn't want the incident to define her time at Franklin. She joined the debate team, where her quick thinking earned her a spot in upcoming competitions. She also befriended a few classmates who'd reached out after the video, building a small but solid circle. Ashley's crew struggled to recover. Ashley kept her head down, her usual confidence replaced by quiet resentment. Lindsay distanced herself from the group, later apologizing to Kemi in private. I didn't think it would go that far, she said. Kemi accepted, but kept her distance. Just don't do it again, she said. The viral videos faded after a few weeks, but their impact lingered. Younger students, especially those who'd been bullied, started standing up more, inspired by Kemi's example. A freshman named Maya told Kemi, I saw what you did. It made me less scared of them. Good, Kemi said. You're stronger than you think. Kemi's teachers noticed her resilience. Her history teacher, Mr. Gaines, praised her in class for a project on African diaspora, saying, You've got a perspective this school needs. Kemi appreciated it but stayed humble, focusing on her grades and debate prep. The skirt incident became Franklin High's lore, retold in hallways and classrooms. It wasn't just about a new girl outsmarting bullies. It was about a black teenager refusing to be broken. Kemi didn't come to Charlotte to start a revolution, but in 60 seconds, she'd shown what happened when bullies picked the wrong target, leaving a legacy that outlasted the torn denim.